What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, if you didn't know. So today's video is going to be all about knowing your analytics and helping you grow your business based on that. Okay, so I have 4 tips for you guys to get to know your analytics and basically use those tips on those analytics to help you grow your business. So this is a little bit not necessarily specific because I mean, obviously we're talking about our lash businesses, but this can obviously be used for any business, any brand awareness you want to bring to your page, whatever Instagram page it is. But I'm just talking about lashes. So let's just get into it. Okay, so tip number 1 is all about knowing your optimal time to post. So Instagram gives you this information right at your fingertips. You literally just have to look for it. So I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so if you go onto your Instagram account and you go directly to your insights right on your homepage, and then you scroll down a bit and you see your audience, you're gonna hit see all, and then you'll see a bunch of numbers and a bunch of analytics. You'll see your growth, your top locations, your age range, gender, and then at the very bottom, you'll see most active times. So this is gonna show you your exact times of the day and how much engagement you're getting and how much people are actually on Instagram, and this is specific to your audience and your followers. So you use this information and you basically post according to this. So for instance, this is my personal account, so I don't really use this account very often, but you'll see that it says 3 a.m. and there's not much activity happening, which makes total sense. But obviously I wouldn't post at that time because there's obviously not that many people on my account. So my post isn't gonna get viewed at its maximum capacity. So if I'm gonna post, you can tell like 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m., they're all pretty high. So that would be where I would post. So that way, most of my audience, most of my followers are able to see that post and then therefore bring up my engagement, make sure I'm getting likes, make sure they're commenting, and just make sure that they're overall seeing the post, because the more people that see it, then therefore the more people outside of your following see it, because once your engagement gets boosted, you're able to get onto the discovery page, and then more people are able to follow you and therefore grow the health of your Instagram account. Okay, so with this information that you have, you don't want to just leave it and let it fester there, because Instagram doesn't actually give you an overall idea on your posts and how well they do in terms of optimal time to post. So what you can do is take this information, put it into a spreadsheet, and basically do your own research. In this way, you can split test your posts and see what will do well at certain times. So for 1 week, you do your optimal times. In this case, it was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you put it on in terms of the week, the days of the week, and then post for that week. Do it again the next week, switch it up, and then compare. That way you know the exact times and exact days that will work for you. Okay, in this example, it's 2 weeks of testing, and there's the first week and the second week, all different times, all different days. And then in the last example, it is the full 2 weeks. And basically the days that did really well was Thursday from the first week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from the second week. And that way we know now that the best times to post are realistically the end of the week versus the beginning of the week. And that's information that can really benefit your Instagram account. Okay, so tip number 2 is all about engagement. So yes, obviously we all want engagement, but it's super important for you to know your actual engagement rate, because knowing all these numbers are how you're gonna recognize your growth. These are all the things you need to know just so you know if you're progressing, staying stagnant, or underperforming. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to find your engagement on your Instagram account. So you're gonna go back to your insights, and then you're gonna scroll down. Instead of going to your audience, you're gonna go to content interactions. Again, guys, this is my personal Instagram and I don't use it very often, so the numbers are very, very low. So when you go to your interactions, you'll see content interactions. For me, it just says 7 interactions, and this is over the last 7 days. You can obviously change it if you want to. Right here, it says like 7 days, 30 days. So we're gonna stick to 7 days. And then if you go down, you'll see story interactions were 7, so that's plus 75%, again, because I don't have a lot going on. And then post interactions are 0 because, again, I don't have a lot going on in my personal account. But these are all numbers that you need to know, so that way when you're looking through the things that you want to change on your account, you know what works versus what doesn't. Also, knowing your engagement is going to help immensely, because you want to make sure, especially in the industry that we're in, that you are engaging, because the more you engage is the more exposure you're going to bring to your brand. And you need to make sure that you're bringing brand awareness constantly. You need to be engaging, and people need to be engaging with you, so that way your name gets out further and further. Okay, tip number 3 is making sure that you are growing your following on Instagram. And this isn't to say, I think that when you think about growing on Instagram and followers and all that kind of stuff, it comes off very, very shallow, but it's not about having a large following at all. It's the matter of making sure that you're progressing, because the more followers you get, it's all about your business, right? And the more followers you get, the more your business is being known. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're growing in terms of followers, but you want to make sure you're growing in terms of followers for the right reasons. So that being said too, you want to make sure that you're gaining the right followers. So you're not getting dead followers, you're not just getting bots or anything like that, or even just paying for followers, because that's actually not going to help you. At the end of the day, getting organic followers is how your Instagram is going to grow healthy, how your overall Instagram is going to grow in a healthy way in terms of engagement, in terms of impressions, and then Instagram will boost you in that sense too, because that's just based on the algorithm, and the algorithm does not like fake followers. So it's not about having a high number of following, it's about having a healthy number of following and making sure that your Instagram is growing at a healthy pace. Okay, so my last tip is in the same field as followers, but it's about knowing your demographic. So this is super important. Like I said, followers are very important in terms of the overall health of your Instagram account, but it all matters on what you do with those followers. So you need to make sure that you know the people that are following you. At the end of the day, doing a service business like what we do, you target a specific type of person. So at the end of the day, you need to know who it is you're targeting, and being on Instagram and having followers allows you to know that more than ever. If you go back to your insights and you go to your optimal time, in that same category, you'll see the age range, you'll see the gender, you'll see a bunch of different things in the countries wherever people are following you from. Generally, you want to make sure that you're getting local followers, because obviously, if you have a local business, that's where you want to maintain your market, and you want to make sure that you're broadening your horizon in your local area. If you have a lot of followers in a different country or a completely different area where it's not accessible to where you are, that's a little bit of a problem, because then you're not necessarily going to get clients in your area. So you need to make sure that you're focusing on your analytics and knowing that the people that are following you for the right reasons. So for instance, when I talk about getting the right type of followers, you need to know your demographics. So if I have a bunch of clients and my clients range from 18 to 25, I believe that's the range on Instagram. Generally speaking, those are more so students, because if you Google where the average age of a student, it is generally 17 to 27. And I know that those students are probably a little bit more flexible when it comes to time, and I could probably take them during the day versus having to take them in the evening. But then if I get into more of the working class in terms of those 9 to 5 people, then those clients would want to come more so in the evening, maybe on the weekends, because that's where their time shift is. So you have to know where your demographic is in life to be able to cater to them directly. So this comes from knowing, do you have a lot of moms? Do you have a lot of students? It just matters, because all that kind of factors in, especially with students, I find personally, because at the end of the day, if they're young and then they don't have rides to come to you, you always have to think about these things in terms of timing and how you're going to cater to these clients. So for instance, like if you have a lot of students and you know that they take the bus or they get rides, sometimes the timing isn't reliable, and you have a policy that says, hey, no later than 10 minutes. If it takes them 15 minutes to get there, you have to make sure that you cater to those clients, because that's your main demographic. So then maybe change your policy to 15 minutes because transit, whatever the case is. So this is just a matter of knowing your demographic, knowing your target audience, and catering to them. And Instagram really, really helps with getting all that information, and you have to do a lot less work to find it. So definitely learn these things on your Instagram account, study them, and base your marketing, base your Instagram page on the numbers that they give you. If you guys like these tips and you know that you have something specific that you want to learn and I'm not covering it here, I always offer consultation services. The link will be in the description below, and you can book a 45 to an hour call with me and we can go over everything specific to your business. So that'll be in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something new next time. Bye.